Welcome to day 2 of curls and a very basic makeup application tutorial. First, I go through with a dry shampoo to take care of any of that buildup or areas that I feel like are getting a little bit greasy and just knock those out. Rub that through, and then I take the Protect and Shine serum from Joico and rub that through the mid to ends. And then I start freshening up some curls. Unlike the first day of hair, I'm not being as particular. I'm just picking up pieces that I want to be freshened up and tighter in their curls, alternating them as I go, different areas. It's really one of those situations where you just kind of go through and what look are you looking for day 2. And this day, I really just wanted to freshen up some of the curls. I wasn't going to worry about much of the under layers. I'm just going to pick through this. And through this, I'm just looking for pieces that need to be touched up. Some of them still have a good wave to them, but which ones do I really want to have a tighter curl? I go through and I alternate to give some that tighter curl, to give it better hold throughout the day. And then I leave some of those softer amongst the tighter ones that I'm freshening up. That way it gives it a little bit softer, loose feel for the day. It is second day curls after all. I'd really plan on washing it the day after this. If I even go this far, and so it's not something I'm going to be meticulous about, but I just really want to have a little bit of that volume and shape put back into my hair. In the 20-minute curl tutorial, you saw me doing this technique with a flat iron, but it can be done with a curling iron as well, which you see me doing here, just to make sure these bottom pieces are laying a little bit softer and I don't want too much flipping out on this look. Heading into a very basic makeup, I do a little bit of concealer and then rub that in, blend that in with my sponge. And then all I do on more simple days is a pressed powder. This is the e.l.f. pressed powder, finishing powder that I mentioned in another tutorial. And I mentioned there as well, some days I use liquid and then the powder, and other days, depending on what my schedule's like or what I'm going to do, I just use the powder, and that's what you see me applying here. I always like a little bit of blush to the cheeks. Smile, find that cheekbone, and work my way up a little bit. To fill in my eyebrows, I use a very simple brown eyeshadow. I use a fine point application brush to do this step. This day I'm just wearing mascara, so I'm going right to the eyelash curler. You can do the base and then work your way out however much curl you want to have. And again, I mentioned in another tutorial that I have a blue mascara by accident, but I'm using it just because it's new and fresh and I haven't gotten to the store to get a new one. So you'll see me here putting some of that blue mascara on. I really like to try to put mascara heavier on the outside and then lighter towards the inside of my eye. I like that heavier outside look. So there's a little bit of blue layer, and then I go ahead and switch it up to the black that I did have before that, just to get a little bit more depth and color that I like to have. So this is the basic look. Freshened up curls, a little bit of makeup. I'm gonna go through and back comb the area where my hair usually splits right back there, and even in the front where the bangs tend to separate. And once I kind of back comb that, laying where I want it to lay, I'm gonna put some more of the Joico Protect and Shine serum throughout my ends and throughout the hair to kind of soften it and give it that finished, soft, smooth look. Once I've had my hands through it a little bit more, I decide to freshen up a few more of the curls that I want to either be tighter or lay a different way. So I just run my curling iron through a few more times. You can choose to end your day 2 curls leaving your hair down, but in this tutorial, I wanted to pin some back. Once or twice a week, I usually like to pin a little bit of my hair back, either straight or curled. Today, I just did a little twist back, and then I like to pull a little bit of hair forward over that bobby pinned area.